So one of the challenges we began to face when trying to locate the boat owner was these guys have changed ownership, titles. Nobody knows where they went, when they left their boat, whatnot. So past practice, we would identify the boat owner through OSMB database or whatever resources are available to us. We'd send out a letter, and this takes a lot of time. I can remember taking 40 hours one week trying to cover a plethora of what I think is just we had a lot of boats, and with all that time it was very unsuccessful because nobody returned calls. Like 2 out of 10 we would get a hold of because we lost the ownership. We didn't know who the owner was anymore. So I then went to the ports to determine their records. Also didn't know who the owner was. So this was a big problem. A problem that we needed to kind of work out with the ports and design a plan to keep that trackability and responsibility in order. So with that, we decided to kind of develop a leadership plan, make the ports a little bit more responsible. And they're the landlord of these tenants, essentially. So with that, it's their responsibility to keep the records. We do our best as a law enforcement entity to capture the records and find the people, but we can't do it all. So we formed this relationship, and over time, it's been about 5 years now. The ports have taken a significant role in responsibility of not only locating the owners, but keeping track of the registrations, notifying owners, even to the point where they're checking insurance now and trying to keep these people compliant and responsible for their property. We'll walk the docks, determine through the state database. You're going to see expired stickers here and there, but you can determine if the boat is actually expired utilizing the database. If we determine it is expired, we'll place the yellow notifying sticker that was supplied by the Oregon State Marine Board of the issue. Maybe it's a decal's out or a registration, whatever that issue is. So that notifies the boat owner through that sticker. And we also try to make contact either via phone or in person. So if we're faced with a situation where the boat isn't moored within a marina or a port, or we just have a local waterway that has a boat moored on it that's become derelict, the next step is we reach out to the Oregon State Marine Board and try to go into the history of the boat ownership, and potentially we can find an owner somewhere there. That's another means to an end, I suppose. If there's no history, there's no ownership, we'll reach out to Department of State Lands and look for the options of removing that boat. The first thing we want to do is get the boat off the water, again, minimizing that financial situation, and get it out of there quicker before when it sinks. Then you turn into a huge problem, right? You turn a $10,000 in problem into a $50,000 or $100,000 problem. So that's one thing you always want to keep in mind when you are dealing with these on-water vessels. Is as soon as you can get them off the water, the better you are. So to recap our whole project, we started in 2019. At that time, we had 88 expired vessels on the water. Currently, to date, our last dock walk was December 23, revealed 8 expired vessels. So the teamwork and the partnership between the port and Lincoln County Sheriff's Office has definitely been rewarding. I know that they've since removed approximately 25 vessels off the water. 13 of those vessels I know have been disposed of, and there's a number of vessels, I don't know how many, stacked on land now, which is a great thing, right? If you get them off the water, again, you're reducing exposure environmentally, exposure financially. And so we're just going to keep on working forward and continue to build this program and see what the results yield going further.